Do you have a Land Rover Discovery Sport like that one and you're looking to find out where your fluid top-up locations are? Then check out this video. Hi there guys, welcome to another Ross Perry Productions video and welcome to another video on my 2017 Land Rover Discovery Sport. Now whilst this video is filmed on this car, which is actually the 2-litre turbo diesel engine, it's going to be relatively similar to the petrol engine as well, because in this video I'm going to show you the top-up locations for some of the day-to-day fluids. So by day-to-day fluids I mean the windscreen washer fluids, the coolant, the brake fluid and also the engine oil. Now I'm not going to be showing you the location of the transmission fluid or the differential oil because they have to be seen under the car and it's not an easy process. As you can see, I've already popped the bonnet from inside, but for those of you who don't know how to do that, just go into the passenger side of the vehicle and pull this lever here. And once you've done that, we're just going to put our hand in below the Discovery badge and squeeze that lever there up, and then our bonnet should rise by itself and it's already safe and secure. I'm just going to point out a few things underneath the engine bay. So over on the right hand side at the back there, underneath that is actually our battery, and it's nice and easy to get to. You just undo each of those 5 twist caps and it comes off. Moving down, we've got our air box where our air filter is. That's our induction tube with the main engine block in the middle, but most of the fluids can actually be found over the left hand side when looking from the front. So I'm just going to start right down here with this blue cap. This is our windscreen washer fluid top up. It's actually got a little bit of a filter in there as well, and I would recommend that you use the dilution or concentrate on that because it does prolong the life of your windscreen wipers and it also cleans your windscreen a little bit better. And you can go ahead and fill that all the way up to the top. Moving towards the back, we've actually got our coolant reservoir here. Now there isn't a traditional cap on top of the radiator like you would see on older cars. It's actually all done via this reservoir here. And what I would recommend is you never ever take this off when the engine is hot, because the coolant can actually expand when it's introduced to the fresh air and it can splash out and scald you, which obviously we don't want to do. But if you look down there on the side, you'll actually notice a minimum and maximum line. So this is when the engine is cold, you fill this to the maximum line, and that's important to note because obviously it gives some space for the fluid to expand. And I would recommend just consulting your manual on the type of fluid it takes, but looking at this, it does look like the pink type of fluid, which it's usually color coded, but just double check that. Moving towards the back, you'll actually see this cap here, accessed by that little clip at the top, and this actually exposes your brake fluid reservoir. Now when you open this up, it does say use dot floor fluid on the cap there, but you'll actually notice there's a maximum line there, and mine is bang on the maximum. So just use a good quality dot floor fluid for that, but you can go ahead and fill that to that maximum line. And just make sure you've got the cap done up nice and tight, and you always put this cover plate back on as well. Now this is one that trips a lot of people up on these cars. So whilst we call it AdBlue, they call it diesel exhaust fluid on this car. And it's actually this cap here. It's in a bit of a tricky position. Sometimes they're found actually with the diesel fill point, but this is at the back of the engine bay there. And I'm actually going to make a separate video showing you how to top that up. So stay tuned for that. Now this is only found on the diesel model cars, not the petrol ones, so that's important to note. And lastly, I'm just going to show you the engine oil. So we've got the engine oil dipstick here. So what you want to do is warm up the engine and just let it sit for a couple of minutes, and that'll get all of the oil down to the bottom of the engine. You're going to pull this out and clean the end, and then you'll put it straight back in all the way down to the bottom. Just sit it there for a couple of seconds, and then when you pull that out, then you take your reading. And just if you see the fatter section on the end there, you want to be closer to the top of it, and it looks like my oil is a bit low, so I'm going to go ahead and top that up after this video. If you need to top it up like mine, then you're going to just top it up by this location here. So it's just about half a turn and the cap comes off. And as you can see, this one recommends that you use a Castrol oil, and it's recommended that an SAE of 0W-30, which is actually quite a rare oil type. I've only actually found this in Castrol or Penrite. So there you go, nice, quick, simple video for you today. If you did find that video interesting or helpful, please do give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel.